Islam Makhachev ends up losing to Jack Della Maddalena. Oh wow, things are going to get wild real fast. Both Michael Bisping and Paul Felder believe that Ilia Topuria won't be in any hurry to give Islam a title shot if Islam fails at 170. And honestly, can you blame him? Islam made it super hard for Ilia to get this super fight in the first place. He stalled negotiations, pushed for other fights, and even hinted that he might just skip over Ilia altogether. So now, if Islam loses, not only does his whole invincible champion vibe take a hit, but the whole idea of champ versus champ just crumbles. And that's if he'll even gets past Charles Oliveira, which, let's be real, is no easy task. But if Ilia does win, he has no obligation to entertain an Islam fight. None, especially when there are other big names in the mix like Arman Tsarukyan, Justin Gaethje, or even contenders in Ilia's own featherweight division waiting for their shot. Islam has already said on Twitter that he's not giving up his lightweight belt, so even if he takes a loss at 170, he plans to defend the 155 belt. But if the UFC decides he can't keep both belts, and Islam loses at welterweight, the whole situation could turn into a mess. And knowing how Ilia operates, he's proud, strategic, and absolutely holds grudges. A title shot might not be waiting for Islam on the other side.
Exactly, that kind of takes away from the whole shebang of it all if there's only one strap. But are we going to do an interim title whilst that happens? Because Islam could get injured. Islam could lose the fight also, as we just said. And then you've got Ilia Topuria versus Charles do Bronx. Let's just say, for the sake of conversation, Ilia Topuria wins that. And then he might be like, nah, I ain't fighting Islam coming off a loss. He's got to go win one first. The things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you all want to start being dicks, you know, they can do that. They can say, well, you wouldn't fight me because I wasn't worthy. Well, now I'm the champ. And now you're coming off a loss. And that's where Dana and Hunter are like, these guys.
Yeah, once they get some leverage, these guys, you know what I mean? That's when they're like, God damn it, he's got a point. And I hate that he's got a point.
Because Ilia would have, let's just, and then this is, you know, crystal ball. If Islam did lose to Jack.
Meanwhile, Big John McCarthy and Josh Thomson talked about a potential fight between Colby Covington and Belal Muhammad. Even though Colby is lower in the rankings right now, Big John says it's still the fight to make. And the reason? Simple. It's pure drama and it sells. This rivalry has been simmering for years. The trash talk has been spicy. And if this fight gets booked, the build-up is going to be wild. Beyond the drama, the actual fight is a banger. Colby's relentless pace and cardio going up against Belal's smart game, chain wrestling and improved striking, that's the kind of matchup fans dream about. Both guys love to wear down their opponents, and watching them try to break each other is going to be insane. Now, ranking-wise, maybe it makes more sense for Belal to fight someone like Kamaru Usman, or maybe even run it back with Leon Edwards. But Colby? He's made a career out of talking his way into big fights, so who knows? This one could absolutely shake up the whole welterweight division. What do you think about this potential war? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now,
I'm being honest, when I go, I want the fight that's going to really kind of get me excited. The fight that I think has got more rage to it. That's Belal Muhammad versus Colby Covington.
Ah, you son of a bitch. You got took my fight.
Oh. Damn, the stars aligned again. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
I think that's a great matchup, and I think those two guys will bring frickin' nothing but fireworks to that. And I think it'd be a good fight because Colby cannot just out wrestle him. Yeah. You know, he's gonna have to be on the feet with him, and I think Belal's better on the feet. He's got more power on the feet. I think it's a great matchup, and you know, Colby has said things. Back him up now.
Throw him into somebody that has huge name recognition, who just talks and talks and talks, and allow him to put a beating on him. Let's just see what happens. But look, two guys are both known for their conditioning and their cardio. Both guys are known for their wrestling. Belal's gotten a lot better on the stand-up, and
Colby's better on the stand-up.
A little bit better on the stand-up.
Let's talk about the fire between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev, because oh boy, it's getting hot. What started out as some light trash talk has now turned into a full-on rivalry. It all kicked off when Ilia confidently said that Islam was only moving up to welterweight because he was scared to face him, and Ilian didn't stop there. He straight up said he'd beat Islam, and not just in the cage, but even in a street fight. Of course, that didn't sit well with Islam. The lightweight champ clapped back, telling Ilia to earn his shot before saying his name, but instead of dying down, the feud just kept growing. It turned personal fast. Islam recently spoke out in an interview, And let's just say, done with Ilia's talk, he said Ilia has been running his mouth too much and made it very clear if they ever run into each other, it won't just end. He even said a fight might break out, no joke, and then it actually almost happened. Islam's teammate, UFC flyweight Tagir Ulanbekov, ran into Ilia in Dubai. According to Tagir, he confronted Ilia face-to-face about all the things he said, especially that street fight comment. Tagir said he was standing up for his teammate. In an interview with a Russian channel, Usheteka, he described the whole situation. Me and my teammate were in Dubai, just walking through the city at night. That's when I randomly saw Ilia near the mall by where I stay. It's a big spot, tons of people. He wasn't alone either. So I called him by name and said, "Come here, let's talk for a second." When he saw me, he started whispering to the people with him and like warning them about me. Then he started yelling stuff at me. I tried to get closer, but there were a lot of people and security around, so nothing happened. But I told him if we ever meet one-on-one, I'll break his teeth. He shouted something back. I didn't catch it. But that's what went down. Yeah, it's that real. This beef is more than just fight hype. There is real tension between these two camps. Whether it all builds up to a massive fight in the cage or something else, one thing is clear, the bad blood isn't going away anytime soon. Now let's switch gears. Islam has been making it clear he wants a shot at becoming a two-division champ, but the new welterweight king, Jack Della Maddalena, isn't scared, not one bit. After Islam said he's eyeing welterweight gold, Jack fired back. The Aussie champ said Islam is making the same mistake Belal Muhammad did, underestimating him, and we all saw what happened to Belal. Jack didn't mince words. He said if Islam really wants this fight, he's ready. And honestly, this matchup is super exciting. Islam is known for his insane top control, elite chain wrestling, and the way he shuts opponents down. His striking is just enough to close the distance and get to his grappling game. And his cardio? Next level. But Jack is something else. He's one of the most precise and dangerous strikers in the game right now. His boxing is clean, calculated, and scary accurate. And guess what? His takedown defense has been getting way better. The big question is, has it gotten good enough to stop Islam's style? That's what everyone wants to know.
I think he's going to underestimate me as well.
You like that, though?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, for sure. But it doesn't really matter what he thinks. We're gonna fight. I'm excited.
Do you think that he will fight Ilia first and then fight you, or do you think that now?
I don't know. I actually don't know. But I think, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm ready for the challenge. But there's also the welterweight division. There's a lot of good challenges as well. So it's crazy how the welterweight division sort of kind of opened up a lot. Now there's a lot of challenges, and now you also have Makhachev going to wanting to step up. So yeah, big decisions to be made by the big dog.
Leave your predictions for this showdown in the comments. Who do you think takes it? Thanks for watching.